In the previous videos, we have seen that in a complete graph with n nodes, the number of spanning trees is n to the power n minus 2. In this video, we will try to see if you are given a complete graph with n nodes, how many distinct, simple, shortest paths there. We shall restrict our discussions to directed graphs, but a similar analysis can be done for undirected graphs as well. In this class, we are going to compute the number of paths in a complete graph. More specifically, we are going to ask the question, how many distinct simple paths are there in a complete graph with n nodes? We'll assume that the given graph is a directed graph, but you can work out the similar formulas for the undirected graph, right? So we are looking at simple paths and we want to see how many simple paths are there in a complete graph with n nodes. Recall, complete graph is a graph in which every node is connected to every other node. Since I am talking about a directed graph, so every node is connected to every other node in both directions. If you pick A and B, A is connected, AB is an edge and BA is also an edge. This property is true for every vertex, every pair of vertices in the graph. So let's define NLB, the number of paths of length N. So remember, the length of the path is the number of edges in the path. So let's try to understand what will be N of 1. So N of 1 by definition is the number of paths of length 1. So if I want a path of length 1, then I can pick any one edge in the directed graph, right? Since the graph is directed, so there is an edge between any two pair of vertices. If at the moment you pick any two pair of vertices and take the edge connecting them, so I have a path of length 1. So right, every edge by default definition is a path of length 1. So the number of possible distinct paths of length 1 is exactly equal to n into n minus 1. So how about n2? So n2 is the number of paths of length 2. So how do you get a number of paths of length 2? You take a number of paths of length 1. So you take a path of length 1 and add one more edge to it, right? So but I need a simple path, so I can't pick the vertices which are already picked. The first vertex can be any one of the n vertices. The second vertex in the path can be any one of the n minus 1 vertices except the one that's already been picked. So the third vertex that you can pick can be any one of the vertices among the vertices that you have already picked, right? So there are n vertices, but you have already picked 2 vertices. So the rest of the numbers, the rest of the vertices that are left is n minus 2. So the number of paths of length 2 is exactly equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Similarly, n of 3 will be, so the next vertex that you can pick can be any one of the n vertices, but the vertex should not have been already picked. So you have already picked 3 vertices so far, and the fourth vertex that you are picking can be any one from the collection of n minus 1 vertices. So the number of paths of length 3 will be n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 and so on. So finally the number of paths of length n will be exactly equal to factorial n. So if I take any simple path, then the length has to be some L, where L is between 1 to n. Okay. So so the number of paths in the complete graph is equal to the sum of all this n of L's. So the total number of distinct simple paths in the complete graph with n nodes is equal to summation of i's going from 1 to n minus 1, sum of n of I. So this can be written as factorial n into summation of I is equal to 2 to I is equal to n minus 1. Summation is over 1 by n minus I factorial. So basically the sum is sum of all these numbers. So what I am taking out is the factorial n is the common term that I am taking out. So if I had to get n into n minus 1, which is the first term, that is n1, the factorial n has to be divided by factorial n minus 2. If I divide factorial n divided by factorial n minus 2, what I get is n into n minus 1. That's precisely the first term here. If I plug in I is equal to 2, what I get is 1 by factorial n minus 2. The outside the summation is factorial n. Factorial n divided by factorial n minus 2 will give you n into n minus 1. So when I becomes 3, I am going to divide it by factorial n minus 3. So when I divide it by factorial n minus 3, then I am going to get n of 3. Similarly, when I divide factorial n divided by factorial n minus I, what I get here is exactly equal to so what is written in these equations. So you get a clean formula. So the number of distinct simple paths in a complete graph with n nodes is exactly equal to factorial n summation of I is from 2 to n minus 1 by factorial n minus I. So we can, so this is for a complete graph directed graph. So if you want for a undirected graph, we can derive similar formulas. So we have seen in this video and the previous video is that trying to enumerate all spanning trees and trying to look at all possible simple paths will not lead us to any meaningful algorithms for the minimum or the maximum spanning tree or the shortest path problems. So there is a need to come up with more efficient algorithms for these problems. That's precisely what we're going to do in the next set of videos. See you soon.